Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. Barrage Brewer here. So I just literally put my brown ale on tap. So the first beer, or the beer that we're going to be drinking tonight, is going to be my brown ale I made about 6 weeks ago. It's sat in secondary for about 3 weeks, so the clarification on it is really good. So I'm going to be drinking out of my trusty USS Port Royal engineering glass. I was an engineer on that ship, and I got this for being a mighty good engineer. So, going to pull a beer real quick from the Keyser. The first pour, actually. So, it's my brown ale I brewed up. So, if you look on that, obviously it's been on CO2 for a week, and it's got a little bit of some carb on it. I usually bring the CO2 pressure up to about 15 to 18 psi for forced carb, but it's carbon up. So, it smells like your typical brown, but it's got like this dankness to it. So I don't know if that's from the hops. I'm not sure. It's got some Kent Goldings and some UK First Gold, so that may be why it's got that dankness to it. But it's got a nutty little aroma to it. Oh, it's crisp. It's real crisp. Got a good brown flavor like you'd expect from a brown ale. It's good. So another good beer on tap. So, what's been going on? I brewed with Lermo on Sunday. I did my Lawnmower ESB for the Homebrew Club competition. Not really competition. We're just going to get together, and everybody's going to bring a lawnmower beer. So I kind of put together a recipe kind of on my own. It's got some mare solder, some Carapils, some 55. And so when I put all that together in the Beersmith program, the color just looked, it looked basically like water. And so, as you guys probably know from all the beers I usually make in the neighborhood, I like dark beers. Brown ales, porters, even my IPAs and stuff I like to make are more on the darker style than on the lighter pale ale side. So, what Lermo and I decided to do, we added 3 ounces of some chocolate to it. So we did chocolate malt, 350 SRM kind of chocolate malt, 3 ounces, and it made it way darker, and it smelled phenomenal. So hopefully this beer turns out really good. I got some footage of brew day that I'm going to add in this video after the little talking session. Initial bricks, 7.8 bricks, so very very light beer. I did the calculation. It's like 1.03 specific gravity, so about 4%. So I did not take a pre-boil gravity. That was my just coming out of the mash tun gravity. So I anticipate probably like a 5% beer from, I started with 7 gallons of runnings and ended up with almost 5 gallons exactly. So I had a real aggressive boil. If you look in the video, it's pretty good. So I lost a lot of volume there, so I concentrated the beer. So I anticipate 5, maybe 5.2% alcohol on the back end there. So yeah, so I did that, and then I was in Lermo's video that he posted for Homebrew Wednesday because we filmed it on Monday, doing Paulie Detmer's El Dorado IPA, which is a great beer. It was really, really tasty. It had a great aroma. I have to, see if I can get some more beers of his. So Paulie, I don't know if you're a subscriber or not, but if so, we'll have to do a beer swap at some point because you're making some great beers. Also, I want to give a thanks to Under Table Brewing for the beer review for my Pliny clone, which really wasn't a Pliny clone. It was more like an Imperial IPA that I created, but the basis of it was Pliny the Elder. I liked the hop culture they had going on with the layers of multiple hops. So thanks for the homebrew shout out. That was really much appreciated. I'm glad that you and Elder P enjoyed that beer. So I transferred my brown, like I said, and this is it right here, drinking it. It's really good. So there's some footage of me transferring it, and you can see the clarity a little bit better without the CO2. Like literally looking through my back screen door, you could see trees through the beer. So the clarity was really, really good, and it turned out really, really nice. So coming up, in Lermo's video, you can see the beers I got kind of teed up. I'm looking at, I got a all-grain kit I got from a buddy, so I'm going to do a high-rise high-rise IPA, which is like a Northern Brewer kit. I'm going to do another Dropkick Nate. I got to do another Belgian because, you know, it's summertime and I like having Belgians on tap. And then I'm also going to do some sort of a peach pale, sort of like an Elysian peach pale beer, see if I can come up with a good recipe for that. And then my wife's from Wisconsin. She loves the Leinenkugel shandy. So I'm going to do some sort of like either lemon shandy or an orange shandy so that she has something that she enjoys. She's not a big beer fan as far as like big beers like Browns, 9%. She likes real simple stuff. So anyway, so that's what's got going on. 3 weeks from now, our local homebrew store has got a big brew day over at their facility. So I'm probably going to do my little high-rise IPA all-grain kit from Northern Brewer that day just because it's simple and easy. It's already all in a bag. I just got to grind it and go and see how that goes. Homebrew Club stuff, as you saw, if you watched Lermo's video, we got 22 beers that we're going to be taste testing to kind of see how different hops and different grains taste based on the 5 grains and the 5 hops that were intermingled in this competition. So there was only so many entries, so I wasn't able to enter in the competition, but I do get to enjoy the fruits of the labor of the Homebrew Club and do some testing with Larry and see kind of how things turned out and what's a good mix and what's not a good mix. I'm really interested in some of the ones, especially the ones that have the Zythos, like one of the Homebrew 62 I think had Maris Otter and Zythos, so I'm really looking at that. And then there's another one, it's Apollo and Golden Promise, so the Golden Sun, that should be a good beer. So there's some interesting things that are coming from this Homebrew Club event we just did. So that ended up being a crazy event. We did it at we had our meeting for our swap over at one of the local breweries, and it was just chaos. They didn't close or anything, but we had, you know, they had a birthday party going on. They were open for serving, and then we had the Homebrew Club. So it was just mass chaos. So I ended up staying outside, hanging out with some guys, and swapping all the beers in the parking lot because there was no room to do it inside. Anyway, that's going on in the barrage. We've got a big party this weekend, so a bunch of neighbors coming over. We're going to be putting down some beers as we usually do. And, yeah. I think that's it. Oh, one last thing. So I have a Keezer, and I'm going to be doing a Keezer build to turn it into a 3-tap kegerator. You know, I got the shanks, I got the faucets, I got everything. I'm already using it via picnic taps. That's what this beer was in. So I'm also going to like rig it up so that I can use the taps, sort of like how I have over on my refrigerator. So I got the 2 taps on the side of the refrigerator because I like using the doors in the front for storage. And so my Keezer that's over here, you know, I'm already set up. I got CO2 already rigged up in there and everything. I got, 2.5s in there right now. So I'm going to, turn that into a 3-tap kegerator so I can have officially 5 beers on tap via official taps instead of using the picnic taps. So that is coming up in the works. That'll be one of my videos coming up. So with that being said, I think that's it. There'll be some photos and some video from stuff I've had going on this week, and I think Lermo and I'll be brewing again, if not this weekend, because we were partying on Saturday and we need to recover. So probably next weekend we'll do another brew day, either here at the Barrage or over at the Black Dog at Lermo's, and we'll go from there. So happy Homebrew Wednesday. Nate, Undertable Brewing, Homebrew Up, out here.
So I'm transferring my brown ale I made, my dark and mild brown ale. It's been sitting in secondary for quite a while, so hopefully it's still good. I got a couple floaties from some hops that made it over in the transition. I've gone without a grain bag for a while now on all my brew making, so but it looks good. It's got good clarity. I mean, it's been sitting for a long time, so it should have a great color when it comes out. And before I get to the end, I'll take a pint off and see how it tastes. So I took about half a pint off the brown ale that I took off, and it is beautiful clarity. I mean, you can see the trees through the window on the other side of the beer there. So it's really clear, a little lighter than I thought it would be from when it started. But it's a great beer so far. It's got a very nutty flavor to it, what you expect from a brown. Not really a whole lot of hops on the aroma, but you can definitely taste them on a sample. So I think it turned out to be pretty good. I'm getting ready to put it on CO2. So I just got done collecting all my runnings. Took an hour exactly. So starting off the boil right now at 124, coming on up. Just started my boil, get things going. So doing a 90-minute boil on this ESB. Gonna roll from this, and 30 minutes first hop addition. Lawnmower just did his first hop addition. We're about 30 minutes staggered, which is working out well for the brew day, so we can do other things in the Black Dog.
That's right.
So I finished with my boil. I'm chilling down now. So you can see I had a lot of boil off there. Like went down about 3 inches in volume. So 90-minute boil to do that. So right now we're sitting at about 140, 138, somewhere in there. So brew day is almost done. Lawnmower's done. He's collected all of his runnings.